So the Crescendo hard fork is just 5 days away. But what can we expect from the price of Kaspa? Can we expect some explosive move towards the upside, or what we're seeing right now is what we're going to get come the Crescendo hard fork? That's what I want to discuss in this video, but remember, nothing here is financial advice. Always do your own research. And by the way, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you do enjoy today's content. Also, if you're looking for a great crypto exchange, make sure you check out my link to BTCC. You get 10% bonus on first-time deposits, extra bonuses up to $10,000. It requires no VPN, no KYC. They've been around for over 13 years. And if you're someone that trades using leverage, you get to use up to 500x leverage. The link will be in my description down below for anyone that is interested. But getting into the video here, so first off, we need to take a look at what's going on in the overall crypto market. And if we check out the bubbles, it's a red day. It's pretty nasty out there today. You know, Virtuals is down 9% after being up like 20%, I think, yesterday. Wow. Of course, Altcoin is on the move during a red day. We see WorldCoin up 3%. They just got a Coinbase listing. I think that's why World is actually up on the day. But yeah, most of these coins, it's a red day, unfortunately, but the last couple of weeks have been great in the market, so there needed to be some sort of cool-off period. So this is to be expected. Nothing runs forever, like I always tell you guys. And right now, you know, some buying opportunities is currently presenting itself. But is a dip going to continue to dip? We don't know. We're going to have to see how this thing plays out. But if we check out the Fear and Greed Index, we're still in greed, but we're sitting at 56 greed, slowly going back towards that neutral area, but right now we're still in greed. Okay, now if we check out the altcoin season index, we're back down to 16 out of 100. We're just at 19 out of 100 like yesterday. But yeah, we are nowhere near an altcoin season. Nowhere near right now. Now, before I get into Casper, I'll just see what Bitcoin is saying. Bitcoin is still in this bullish momentum. You know, this is TraderSys. You can find it down below. Let you know it's a good time to buy and sell crypto. The chart is looking decent. For the most part, I would say Bitcoin is trading sideways. But as long as Bitcoin continue to trade sideways, that's okay for the altcoins. The way that it goes, Bitcoin trades sideways. Ethereum moves, and then the rest of the altcoins follow, but I don't know if Ethereum is going to go anywhere this bull cycle, if I'm keeping it real with you guys. But yeah, looking at Casper right now, Kaspa's down 3% in the last 24 hours. The price is back down to 8 cents, so 0.088, unfortunately, which is a little bit frustrating. The volume is up a little bit on the day. It's up 30%. You know, it's to be a Casper holder right now is it's definitely frustrating, because with the Crescendo hard fork just a few days away, we would expect some decent movements towards the upside. But if you guys have been watching my Casper videos, I have said how for that move to happen, it all depends on which direction the market is going. I believe that if the market was going in a favorable direction right now, especially since it's only 5 days away, I expected some serious moves towards the upside. But the closer we're getting towards the upgrade, unfortunately, the market decides it wants to go in the opposite direction, which is very, very annoying. It's like, can we just get a break already? But I know what I hold, so I'm going to continue to hold. I saw this post over here on X, which I think is completely accurate. You know, it really describes everything. So this person says, "This is without a doubt the hardest hold we've ever faced as Caspians. Not because we're unsure, far from it. We hold the superior model in our hands, and deep down we know it. We see the vision, the innovation, the brilliance of what Casper represents, but watching the rest, let's go here. But watching the rest of the world move slowly to catch up, that's the real test of conviction." And their post is pretty much where Casper's at right now, 0.088. But yeah, I 1000% agree with that. 1000%. You know, there's so much noise around Casper. A lot of people like to say that it's going to go absolutely nowhere. It's all hype for no reason, but I ignore the noise. You know, I've been in the space long enough. Same with the stock market. where there's always going to be a lot of noise. People's always going to say all this types of stuff. And then once the price goes up, then everyone is silent. And all of a sudden, everyone pours money into it and say, hey, guess what? I'm invested in this and I've been in this, which is a lie. But, it's just the way that the market is, right? The market is a very, very funny place. People only become bullish on projects when the project is going in a favorable direction, like XRP. You guys hear me say this all the time. A lot of people's talking trash. Most people didn't buy XRP back when it was 50 cents, even though they claimed that they did, or even below, they didn't buy it. And after XRP reached like $1.50, when it was too late to buy, in my personal opinion, that's when people started to buy, because it all comes down to the market cap. Way too high of a market cap. We take a look at Kaspa's market cap right here. Kaspa's market cap is 2.31 billion. This is low enough where this can make people some life-changing returns. Now, some people might be like, how can this possibly make someone life-changing returns? It's already over $1 billion in market cap, and I completely disagree. It all depends on where you expect Casper to go in the long term. Do you think that Casper is going to reach the price of XRP in the long term, which is what, something north of $100 billion market cap? Because if you think so, then yeah, you can make some real life-changing returns. People just bought XRP, within the last 6 months, and think that they could still make life-changing returns with something over $100 billion market cap. So we're looking at something at 2.31 billion market cap. Yes, I believe life-changing returns can be made 1,000% for Kaspa. Still don't have Binance, still don't have Coinbase, lots to come. Even though the price isn't moving in the direction that we want it to move right now, if the market, becomes green the next couple days, maybe we could see Kaspa break through that tough resistance around that 10-cent area. And you guys have heard me talk about it for the last, I don't know how long now. I said once that 10-cent area got broken, because that was holding up as an insane amount of support for such a long time. But once that area got broken, it was going to be very tough to pass through 10-cent resistance area. And we've been seeing that on the charts. Extremely tough. Every time Kaspa reaches like 10-11 cents, it just comes down. Let me pull up the charts for you guys right here so you can see this. All right, so recently Kaspa went as high as pretty much 11 cents, like 10.9, all the way up here. And again, that resistance area is brutal. Came crashing all the way down, and right now it's sitting at 0.088. Now, I was hoping that Kaspa was going to hold above like 0.093 and start making its way back up, but that did not happen. But the thing is, Kaspa actually bounced off of this area right here, which is a previous resistance area around the 0.082 cents. So that's actually not bad. It bounced exactly off of it, this line that I have drawn in right here, right? So it bounced exactly off of that area. So that's still a good sign, right? That things are looking great. Now, I will say this: if it breaks 0.082, there is a scenario where it could literally come well, that's a bit dramatic. All right, so let me not put that arrow in there, but there's a scenario where we could come and retest around that 5-cent, 6-cent area. I hope that does not happen, but it all depends on what's going on in the overall crypto market. I'm hoping that tomorrow's a green day. If tomorrow's a green day, and then the following day is a green day, then hopefully momentum will start to build, and Kaspa will hopefully break through that very disgusting tough 10-cent resistance area. And once it breaks through that resistance area, then I think we're going to start to slowly make our way back towards 18 cents, 20 cents, and hopefully maybe even past that. But regardless of where the price goes in the short term, Kaspa is still just a long-term hold for me. So I'm just going to continue to hold and let the price just do whatever the price wants to do. But that's what I'm doing. You guys can do whatever you want to do. It's your portfolio, your own money, right? Don't just follow me. But that's all I have. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Check out a few of the links that I have down below. And until next time, take care.